Tell us, what is the real issue that made you call the press conference?
Yeah. Thank you. I want to thank you, the pressman. My name is Ezama MIZAMIL. I am substantively elected the chairman of Arua community in 2024, around August. I am almost making a year, about around 10 months now, the leadership. We are here to issue a statement about an allegation which is roaming around the town and also on the media, that I met with the leadership of Arua City and also some stakeholders from AYIVU division, especially Honorables Sam Nyakwa and Honorable former Minister Bakopo Akoro, and also former Councillor QUAGMIRE. And there is one sheikh called this Sheikh within the Central Division. I was not aware, but in the morning when I woke up, in the morning I saw several missed calls, around 36 of them. And as I picked the phone, calls started coming. Others are L1 chairpersons, there are some leaders in the community, some businessmen. I said, what's happening? He said, but now we have seen you met people that you are given 12 million. I said, 12 million for what? That you met leaders, especially what is Sam Nyakwa, who convinced you to go and talk to your people, the people of Aringa community. You were facilitated 12 million. I told them that is rubbish. First of all, I am not contesting. I don't have much political interest now. This time, I am focusing on the president's campaign, mobilizing for the president, not for any other person. And Nyakwa has never invited me officially to have a conversation on how he can be helped in his campaigns. Never. And as you are all aware that I am also a deputy resident district commissioner of Noya. I happened to come because of this holiday break to meet my family and also to do a few of my business work within the town, because I'm also a businessman. I deal in transport business. I do contracts. So when I come here, I also have my commitments to pursue. I don't only intend to come here to listen to people's nonsense. I treat this is baseless allegation, first of all, because if Nyakwa had invited me for a meeting as being a leader of the city, a mayor, he deserves also that courtesy. I can also offer him that visit if I was officially invited to meet him, and if the reasons are clear. There is no way I can refuse to meet him as a city mayor. That's the first thing. But now, he did not call me. We did not meet. And I don't think Nyakwa can give 12 million to only one person. And yet he has a responsibility to take. Because now, he's supposed to mobilize and support his campaign. Assuming he gives that on to one person, will he afford to do his campaigns really? So, the money aspect is not the subject matter, but the subject matter is that I met Nyakwa as the leader of Aringa community, so that I can go and convince Aringa community to give him votes. That is useless and baseless. And two, Nyakwa has also a right to go at will to meet Aringa community. because these are also his voters. I do not have any mandate to stop him from approaching any community member of Aringa community. If I did so, then I would be having an incident. Maybe I am useless to lead the community of Aringa. Because people have right to look for votes, and equal the voters have their right to choose the person of their choice. But I offer the leadership to give guidance to the community that, look, we must have a very clean politics. We don't have politics of religion, politics of tribe, politics of hearsay. People like Nyakwa have been winning elections this 3 times. With me, without me, has been me winning, winning the hearts of people. So now, why is it so special that he came to meet me, that he wants to meet the Aringa community through me by offering 12 million? What was the name of that money? For what?
Maybe can you clarify where is this information coming from? Where is the propaganda coming from?
It is just on media anyhow, as if it was Nyakwa who claimed this, the ownership of the information, that, but it was written. It was not, recorded. It was not in terms of his voice. So now, the responsibility of, owning or disowning the information sits on him, Nyakwa, not on me. Because first of all, it was said, he said. They didn't say Ham said. So it should be Nyakwa, the mayor himself, to clarify whether he met me and gave me 12 million at Concord. By the way, in my house, I have all the cameras here. If he said he did so, let's come and we play the cameras. I have cameras there, which are used to surveil my, I have business. I have so many bikes, which people pick in the morning, they move in the evening, they bring here, the border borders, they hire from me. So I put surveillance cameras to check whether people have brought the whatever at the right time, in good condition, they are there. So any person who comes to visit me in my office at Concord will be seen on the camera. So since the person has explained it very well that I was in that meeting with the Nyakwa in my office at Concord, then the camera will reveal the facts. You get? That is simple as that. Now, let Nyakwa come very open to clarify on this allegation together with the Bakoko, because Bakoko is also a very big public figure. They need to tell the truth. And why, if at all, these two people have come and met me with the aim of giving money, why can't they, why is it necessarily that they should come with the money? Are they working relationship with the Aringa community very bad, so that they can bribe them with the money? That question must be answered by them, not by me. And me, I am not the entire Aringa community. I am just custodian of the leadership. You get? Everything I do it on behalf of Aringa community, and any official call of Aringa community through the chairman, the beneficiaries of that information is the Aringa community themselves. So, any meeting, if Nyakwa needs to meet me as a person, we can meet anywhere, even at his home, in his office, at my office. But if it is on behalf of Aringa community has an office. And Aringa community's office is not in Concord. This is my business place. We would have met in Apex Hall, which is behind this Silver, because that's where we have apportioned some place, a space for Aringa community to conduct their official duties, issues. You get? So coming to my business place, that is another thing. And if he had come with the aim of doing transaction where maybe, because I have also urgent banking and mobile money, would say that is also a business. But now, the intention, if it was a politics that needs the attention of the entire Aringa community, then it should be in the office of the Aringa community. So I've seen a lot of concussion on this matter. Some few individuals may be sat and said, let's do ABCD, with the aim of tarnishing the image of the chairman of Aringa community or the image of Aringa community. That is best known by them. But I've seen this is just like a fly sitting on the tail of a bull, attempting to harm, but it will not do anything. Because the image I've built is not simply, it cannot easily be destroyed by such mere allegations of that nature. I'm not in because I'm a businessman. The money which they claim Nyakwa can give me, I can make it 2-3 times at times in a month. Okay? I don't look for such a cheap monies. You get? I don't do those kind of things. I work, must have a sweat to earn for my living. 2, I also earn money out of the services that I offer to the government or to the central government, because I am an employee of a central government. So I have a salary. So I cannot reduce my level down to the extent that I meet a politician to offer me some peanut. As you are all aware that I have been one of the funders of some candidates in this town, though I don't want to mention their names. Not even giving them just a mere 12 million. So if I support you, I instead voluntarily mobilize my resources, my vehicles. I back you up and give you all the support. For example, now I'm not contesting. I would have supported Nyakwa if he is my candidate at a will, not asking money from him. But since being a leader of Aringa community, the chair, I cannot cause division among the minds of Aringa community, even people in the city, by now singling one candidate and say that you people, you vote for him, when we are still for primary process of primary elections. Because people like us need to come after the primaries.
What will displace your relationship with Nyakwa and the community? How are you harmonizing this social media information that has already gone out? And also cleaning it off the minds of people if it's a false
also the responsibility of cleaning it off, one sits on Nyakwa. Because the person who puts the allegation says that it was Nyakwa who said he sat with Ham. Now it is not Ham who said that he sat with Nyakwa. So the responsibility of responding on this matter requires Nyakwa's what? Physical response. That is 1. 2, those who concocted this, I can't say concussion because maybe Nyakwa can say, yes, we sat. Maybe if it is him with those people, there is responsibility to remove it in the minds of people sits on that very person. Because the person in his consciousness knew that Ham did not attend what? The meeting, but he deliberately offered himself to write such a thing. It is a shame, by the way. Very big shame. Because if it is here in Concord, everyone in these business premises will know that the Honorable, the mayor has come here. Because if the mayor comes and parks a vehicle here, he is coming. Several people will either come to shake his hand or will despise him. If he is a bad person, say, we saw, he's going there. If he's a good person, say, our mayor is here. But this one did not happen, meaning that he didn't step within the premises of Concord. You get? That's it's just an open lie. It is really a very small boy can understand that this was a lie. It's a very cheap politics. I saw it on the discussions. Very many people are defending, by the way. Others say, but how? Really? Will Ham accept such money? Is it true? The discussion is contentious on the platform of Aringa community. Okay.
Maybe lastly from me, as my colleagues will also ask, as the political ground continues to hit, we see a lot of tension coming from different actors.
Yes.
The people who want the office, the electorates themselves, but also other, stakeholders. There has been this politics of, people thinking, if I am a Muslim, I must be the one to win Central. If you are not a Muslim, maybe you are not going to get the votes. But also, the biggest community, the Aringa community that you lead, has been one issue people think determine elections in the central division. How can we remove politics of tribe, religion, different affiliations, but politics of issue-based leaders? How do we bring it in?
Thank you, Erica. This is one of the best questions I always fail to tackle and answer. Aringa community is the majority within the central division. That is the fact. But Aringa people are one people who loves to stay with the others. First of all, how would Atima win here? If people's intention was religion, Atima would have not won. First of all, he is not a Muslim and he is not a Aringa. He's in Maracha, But because people feel we should give him, they gave him. That is the one thing people should understand. Two, the only slight thing which I have seen with other communities, other than Aringa community, is that normally when Aringa gives them votes, they don't pay back well. One, by giving good services to them, by appreciating them, by recognizing the effort of Aringa community. That one has always been limited. You get? But Aringa continues to support them and give them what? The necessary support. If you have a good, if you are a reputable person who seeks to lead people, Aringa can accept you leading them. That's why you can see the division mayor is not Aringa, the MP is not Aringa. It's not a stupidity. It is a cordial working relationship between Aringa community and others that this is a cosmopolitan city that deserves the right of everyone to get the what? The leadership. It is on merit. It is at your will. You offer yourself. If you present your speech very well, Aringas can offer you the position you want. They can give. There's no problem. And as the chairman of Aringa community, I have never told Aringa community, look, don't give votes for others. But I tell them, elect good leaders who do not bring division among the communities of the city. These issues of when you see the politics is coming, you see AYIVU say ABCD, Aringas say ABCD, Marachas have said that kind of politics is very dirty. And we need hygiene in the politics of central division. That's why you see in most cases MPs win one time, not twice. And I believe if people are not careful, the same thing might happen. So, a leadership comes from God. That is the belief of the Aringa community, because most of them are Muslims. And a Muslim belief is that when God says you are going to lead people, regardless of the effort of people, you can lead, even without education. That's why those of former national courts, they were not educated, but they commanded this town with respect in their leadership. They were not educated, because that belief that God says, please, leadership comes from God, they believe in that. So they have offered their leadership to serve humanity. And I want to encourage all the leaders that let's avoid the hate politics. For example, Erica, you have known it very well, that in 2021, I contested for mayorship Central Division. I was very young, and even I believe, much as I look older, but I'm still very young also. But I won in primaries. In finals, I lost. I would have, if I was a person who is power hungry, I would say maybe I also offer myself in one of the positions. But I said, no, I'm not contesting. Very many people have disturbed me, calling even others, follow me up to home. Say, you man, why are you not contesting? We want you in this position. We have seen differences now. Say, no, I am not ready. I have not prepared to do that. My focus is now on different things for my projects. for my business programs and so on. But now, no. And two, there is also a work assignment given by President. I need to respect that small responsibility which President has given me. I am still doing it. I don't want to rush, because the leadership has a life. In you, there is a leadership which has a life. That leadership in you, when it dies, you will be alive, but you will not be a leader. People will say today, we are not going to give you a vote. You will not know why it has happened so. Meaning that that leadership in you is already dead. So people do not believe that leadership is something given by God. So when God removes that leadership in you, you will remain alone. That's why people will hate you. People cannot give you votes. So I don't want to hurry, because there is always time which is natural given by God. You will serve people for 5 years, people will say, this is enough. Whether you have done it rightly or wrongly, they'll say it is not, it's now enough. So why should I hurry? 2031 is there, 2036 is there. So what I am emphasizing is those who are writing those things to set confusions in the minds of people. The leadership of Aringa community is a very clear-headed person, especially a person of my caliber. I don't need favor from people, not even a single. Whether you are in a community, whether you are a different community, I don't need favor. But I want to ask to do things genuinely, on merit. See, I cannot blackmail a person because God wants to give him an opportunity. I want to bring him down. I am out of that. And two, those who are tilting the image of Aringa community by simply accepting 12 million, they are reaching people in this town who have even billions they are here. If Aringas wanted a leadership where people can use through thick and thin crooks, the people who can fund that process. Chairperson. But we don't do that because we need a clean politics. We need a leadership which is very clean, that can unite people, not which can divide people. Yes.
Well, Chairperson, based on this kind of allegations that are ongoing on social media, it seems Arua Aringa community as an association has an impact, and some people maybe somewhere feel like this association can be a threat to their interests and so on.
Yeah.
So how best can you, as the chairperson of the association, use the association to give a good direction as far as the issues of politics, not only in Arua City but also up to the districts like Yumbe, where you people come from?
First of all,
secondly, maybe
yes, yes.
What is the current relationship between the Aringa community and the other communities in Arua City?
Okay, first of all, the relationship is okay. I want to give a special with the Maracha, Terego, Mali, because most of these ones are within Central. It is okay. And two, even with the AYIVU division, it is not bad with the AYIVU community. But there are few individuals within either in Aringa community or in AYIVU community who are trying to incite the rest of the members of the communities as if these people cannot come together. That's why a lot of, things, hate speeches on the media are trying to come. But as a leadership of Aringa community, we are very stable. We don't want to pass information anyhow until when there is a need. Because there are certain propagandas which you cannot answer them, they will die natural because they don't yield any fruit. So the ones which we see can cause havoc where people can even start, maybe fight and can lose their lives. You need to come open and, you put your a statement about it. That's why I've come open. I know this one can cause a very serious damage, even within Aringa community or outside with the other communities. So that one needs to be clarified. Now, why is Aringa so relevant in any political position? One, in the center, they are in good numbers. And that is a very big capital for Aringa community. They are in good numbers too. They are very aggressive in politics. By only even expressing themselves alone is enough to convince people that this person is telling the truth and this is his position. 3, Aringa community now, most of them are educated. We have even PhDs in Aringa community, in Arua here, very many. We have masters, you know, bachelors, diplomas, and so on. We have several lawyers, some of them, you know, in Aringa community. So when there is a need, we see there is a critical issue. As a chairman of Aringa community, I summon elites within Aringa community to debate and discuss matters of substance and come up with a resolution on how to defend the interests of Aringa community. We don't want to go by havoc. We have a very clean and strategies to address matters, because we have already people who are grown, who have maturity in leadership, maturity in you know, level of approaching issues, and even we have reputable elders who are educated but also very sober in handling issues. And two, Aringa community, the strength right now is that Aringa themselves, both Christians and Muslims, have come together. What they said, we Aringas, we must work together. In the morning, Sundays, the Christian, they go to church. Fridays, the Muslim go to mosque. But when meeting is called for, all of them, they come. And we give them strategic direction on how to approach this political season. We don't want them to respond anyhow. And we also have those ones. One of the strengths for Aringa community is that when the worst comes to the worst, they can defend themselves in any style. But this time, we tell them, since, you know, there is now, this is a city. And in the city, you must exhibit maximum, you know, discipline, conscious discipline in handling matters of, you know, public importance. Because of that, we tell them no. Even if they get something which is running out of hand, they come and approach the leadership of Aringa community. Say, please, something is what should we say? Please, calm down. We shall handle. They listen and they respect it. So, as the chairman of Aringa community, if you look at the population in the center, we are more than 40,000. But only few normal go for elections. Most of them are busy in businesses and so on. Even others, to the extent they ignore elections. They don't even participate. So now, because of that, at times we also don't encourage forcing most of them to go into, you know, we guide them. You don't force Aringa to do things, by the way. If they don't want, they don't want. That's their character. But the good thing with them is the business mind is in them than even the political mind. If they had wanted to approach political issues the way they are doing business, these people are capable of taking all the leadership in the central here. I'm telling you. But their issue is, let those other communities also take some of these leaders, but their most focus is socio-economic transformation. Aringas like business more than anything. So they focus more into that. Then the politics issue is the secondary, you know, whatever. That's why you see them, politics can come, you see few participating, others can sit down, because they are focused on for business. So we are ready to work with any other community. We are also ready to support any candidate of any tribe, but who comes with the clean politics. There are even other people who are contesting, to the extent you see that is a Teregia is contesting, but you see the campaign chairman is the Aringa. You get, you go, you find a Maracha, you realize even the campaign chairman is also Aringa. We don't stop them, because we are conscious people. Those are their rights. But what we don't want is these leaders causing these people to fight, threatening their lives. That one, we shall come with the open mind and tell them, look, you are going to kill your career for the politics. If you also tell these people, please, don't go there, they will not go. So let them better accept to do a clean politics and accept to harmoniously staying with the community of Aringa so that they can benefit on the population of Aringa community by getting the votes, by even doing business together with them. That's what we are encouraging. So those information which are moving on media, I have never searched for any meeting. Even, by the way, I have not seen Bakoko in my life. Whether in function, whether what, I have never seen Bakoko. I saw Bakoko at the newspaper. You can go and ask her. I don't think even Bakoko knows me. Because when Bakoko was here, I think I was still in, for my studies, I was very young. Things Uba worked here 10 years ago, about 15 years ago, I don't know. So I don't know Bakoko. But I have seen relevance in her because she has ever been a minister at a level of cabinet, was not a small person. That in such a position is, I believe, is a very responsible and, exposed person. I don't expect Bakoko to come and have such a meeting which people portrayed in Concord here. If you are told people know a person of Bakoko's caliber, I don't think he could come and have some conversation at Concord and also pull out that 12 million go and talk to Aringa community. What is her interest, first of all? Has she declared herself in contest, or she had merely accompanied Nyakua? That's what also Bakoko need to respond to. I've never held her hand like this, nor even sat in a conference with her. Any single day, it has never happened. But for the case of Nyakua, I worked with Nyakua here. You remember I was the deputy RRCC of Central Division. There are so many meetings we held with the Nyakua pertaining the responsibilities we had, especially issues of development of the city, security, and so on. Those we were mandated to have such a meetings. No one can stop them. If it is a security, he comes and attends. If it is anything of launching a project, I can go and launch together with him. It's in any way cannot be even an offense. It is not an offense. But now, if he has approached me because of the leadership of Aringa community, then I would equally also mobilize the stakeholders of Aringa community to meet him. Because for us, we have organized the structures. We have even elders council. When we call for our elders to come and attend our meetings, there is a time they can discuss certain things, we listen. Because what your elders have seen, even if you go on top of a building, you will not see. So those are people who were the pioneers in this town. Any issue that comes which needs maybe a resolution that can bring sanity between Aringa and AYIVU must involve the elders, not me alone. I can be the chairman of Aringa community, but I cannot go and conduct a meeting on behalf of Aringa community together with the AYIVU without the elders of Aringa community, because we have what is called elders council within the association of Aringa community. We have youth council within the community of Aringa community. We have women council. We already have. Because those structures are very important in addressing such challenges. So any meeting that any tribe needs to have with the Aringa community, I will only lead the team. The responsibility will sit for the entire Aringa community. That's why we have all the representatives of all the categories. So therefore, no one is going to come at any night and say that I'm and so are the meeting ABCD. And I'm someone who is also security conscious. It is very rare for people to see me in this town, but I'm available. I'm a businessman. It is because I know I matter a lot. I know the level in me that people are looking every other time who I am, I know. And I'm very grateful of that. I don't want to misuse my position, which Aringa communities have given me. It is not paid for, but this is a position where you will be paid by God, because it is not, there is no salary. When you offer it very well, God will reward you in another style. I don't want to joke with that. I can joke with other things, not with this position. So I cannot misuse it to go and extort money. I cannot misuse it to go and conduct any business on behalf of Aringa community without the notice, without the consent of the members of the community. Never. I want to tell that one very open. So any person who makes a call, he wants to meet me, can meet me as a person, either for business, as a person for another discussion. It cannot be political reason, because people need to blackmail and put mudds on people anyhow. So the image, the reputation I've built since I started growing, I'm very careful about it. I don't want to damage it anyhow. That's why I saw there is a dirty politics in this town. I refuse to contest until people can have a conscious reasoning discipline. That's when I will contest, because we need leadership that can change, that can transform the town and the lives of people in this town. Not a politics to look for money. If you want to look for money, go for business. If you want to look for money, go for farming. But politics is to give services to the people. And when you want to give a clean service to people, don't implicate others. Don't only feel I should be relevant alone in the entire community. If they chase the whole people in this town away and they said, we have given you all these buildings, you are as a person, you will even run mad. You will not accept to stay in this town. So there is that, mutual, what they call symbiotic relationship, where I must benefit from you, then the other one benefit from us. We want to benefit from AYIVU community, they must benefit from Aringa community. We want Nubian community to benefit from AYIVU, equally AYIVU should do so. Terego all the same, Maracha all the same, Mad even like that. So, and that mind, I have seen it all, it is in the business. Because when you open a shop, if people come to buy, you cannot say that, who are you? That I am AYIVU, so you go away. That thing can never be there. But why should the people bring this thing in leadership? Look at that. It is a very big shame, but a person who wants to build his future so that he can leave a legacy. Legacy comes when you are dead. I want that legacy. If people come for my burial, they'll say even the space in the village was not enough for people to sit. And if people go like that, meaning that you have been a very good person. So I don't want people to spoil that day. When I will not be there, people will go very many. They will say even chairs were not enough, even the space for standing is not enough. That is what I'm looking at. Not these pet things. You stand 5 years, you will go away. Therefore, politics and leadership, there is a difference. People can be all politicians, but they cannot all be leaders. There are few leaders out of the politicians. Now, if you are a politician, you think you are coming to meet Aringa community using politics, which is very dubious, you will find a person who is clean and who is very steady, who can just check your body language and know that you have come, your interest is different. I am naturally a very bright guy, bright boy, by the way. I will just look at you in your face, I will say this one, the intention is different. And me being in that leadership, the gate to enter and meet the leaders of our community, you must present yourself very well. You are not going to cause any commotion. So these ones are looking relevance using my name because they know that harm, one, is a commissioner. Two, is a businessman, managing director of Iron Investment and Construction. Three, is a chairman of the community. So if you want to be known, you must write something, attach his name so that you can be known. Those are some of the politics people are trying to play. It is okay that the person is even fearing to show himself up because he knows that the person is bringing his name will not leave you alone. You will go with some questions, you can be taken legally. That's why the person has hidden himself. Now why are you fearing? If you know that in your conscience what you have written is true.
Are you going to take an action against it?
I'm not going to take any action. Why? For what? For what? What has this person achieved? Tell me. What has this man achieved out of this? Is there any achievement for this man? If what you have told is truth, why should you hide? Say, I saw Ham and Nyakua, they sat in Ham's office, ABCD, I was there. Don't pretend to be Nyakua. And if it is Nyakua who has written this, I want to hear from him that we sat with him and we discussed that he has given 12 million. Is this population of Aringa only 12 million cash money? If you want to bribe Aringa community, how much will you require to pay? Does Nyakua have capacity to give that money? If we need money, we give votes for free. We have never asked them money, but they're in leadership. So that's what I can say. Thank you. Hello, Balia. Our four ba amaraba di mini. Min neighbor ena maru Ezama MIZAMIL. Common baka mumveham. Ma Aringa Bangotia. Abebi business ngapi town degara chapili mudri torala. I mabi vado politics gachi as the mobilizer for president. Over contest emia Romanda flag beara. Mamdovanda dera. Aya moja dova mo president mdova apo inenda va ma regional coordinator miogani. Anga va zida kweli permamba dova handova mass chairman. Mabiva do regional mobilizer under ONC. Saziga apo inva ma deputy director mobilization youth ban the whole country under ONC. So sad sini aringa peketova ma chairman. Ibadi Arua City Gazila Arua District Garro and the Mando Ambogorigai chopped up in bar in Bambudi. Ijo majepida ba media gale pedara min neighbor any agozi etoro si bakozi jo mitinezi nyakwa honorable Sawet Sam nyakwa to azela former minister bakoko bakorto azela buga mayor tindilito azela sheikh imam tairito ujo kini meeting madi of siga concord gada angumadi concord gada ado of politics eniko the office business any lagara emergency bank isu mobile money isu pipike zika ki pakina mingi baki ki haya ngoni mazira kinga allegation di ale lole mini jodi danjo nyako mumaruko asuwa bazi maruko apeva bazi maruko discuss on azi amaide de bijo zigara la dova sidau wejozi o feva sendezi amba seriga ki convince by support kisi nyako la girisiva dayu jo den la zidiva maybe the tatu was here and dava ndaka so ngumaru daga jogo subaba de camera keda ba ide ba echo immobilizer ke immobilize kidova si icho community ta amopidan na be meeting jo meeting na gamina tilaka adochi avijula ki jo elders kike andala ki jo den na chotaro era so amando susor se gudi ba interest ere low allegation aze warati ledo relevance sudo kan ko ina ba gara chela lakini guru jato ruzi ndo chove idini oju enen ni do ida za koruwa i benefit la gara yari ni doni akodo sidarare responsibility kan kunji se jo di allegation di go back nyakwaru le nyakwa ba mu ro i pronounce jo di gara ijo de fu ijo i wala ba si se ko di ru idisi adoma la kosko ba di jo ba de muki maro se gara ba mo pri kenis nyakwa jo imitidos fela nyakwa njora jodo ne sile toba ba mi de gar ba mki baziki nyakwa jode le joraya di jora anda ba jo jora so that adaba sinyati jo ha ma jode anjo mados step madi jode ba fat atumo singa ma do ba si dola ajo su baba ni aringaki bazi type community chair le prala aringo wake ivo belaro wake tergo belaro wake marcha belaro wake nube belaro made belaro ijo dikide baro yebula la rusuke amad very young amacho dijuro kidikijo nje ko wijo chok do ga mazakoko because ama elders ke advisors ba ke famani le ringa wake no ajo group ozike be ko kan kusuro ozike be taw ne gara kula gada interest mamdo common la rebi gado business aringa ke ndala side business diga aringa le kusuro that's why aringa ki vote fair ivunira ki fatara gonda ki fair marchanera bari kura in the all in the leadership aringa zin leadership politics ene am ware mbogola gala daw lakini vote dike nga fekikini arulasi azale do o alo wonde do la leaders demo ko ira de do mukala ko zalans lakini ajodo se azirga anga dikijodi ene bo suro zuri choki jodi replicate ko la jodola bari dek dor vanda manjo de anga zala de la yake te amecho do basi jola le tijodi ga favor ya la because amagijo nga on merit ni ba mukala ni ga mukala mamne fair ni bo njela mamne ga fair ombe le vendra monjiko so pa de ni jodi e pe do do afu suro onvelaga bara ni ebo na dija afu jovo aringa community ga ni ba aringaro fela ni ba aringa kiruza ba mini ebo because jo de ndi izi do melaga enjo mita se mu dita don dala mi joga musu nyako emi hamu ha dinga eremiti ga hamu dira ara me mi jodi jo pen course flejo me ne ganjo wa mi confusion to baki diga confusion me to ri lava ga go back miru because backing ga mi jodi ba fact so ejo do njo ba zidu fedo se sende ko wo ringa ba voli cho do million mudigi ala ko aringa dikita je vote be la ga sende lakini population ringa didi mi sende fesi ata candidate with the capacity chop sende ringa kila re fepra daw it's not there now ringa kido sende le dokursi bachira re che ga ringa kiban vote fedo si sendes edva mi sende ze do lifu mudini si mobilization ga edi fe aba zinra atewel medu di jagal tugal be ko tudi mem fe ringa zinra ringa la sende de nyara lakini girisi nyako adu sende zi million mudiri fe ringa zin lada fe girisi ko de do fe ara ba mujola ma gu sende zi den lara se ringa ke bribe do ba fe ke ni vote indara ba aringa zi ba pa topi position zi ga nyako be ki do si compete do se la necessarily nyako ba mu aringa ke bribe la vaga daw ba de ke pato politics Arua city digara ba de ke brave why should nyako come and bribe idi ba mu bribe fair ringa bani uso ringa zi pato nyako be la daw is that one making sense? Let's be very honest. Leta do ba zi ba do ringa community ga do sjo ki compete nyako be nyako le va vote ringa dirke bravo ba ji senders jo den la ta do chika internal political wrangle as it did post on Arua city di me adigare da dunya ko bana ivo na yaya adoringa banko so le implicate ringa kijorasko ba da ke gara mo picture ringa ke ler lai ban vote fera abiki va nyako ni fera ta ke va fe azge denra dikito va fe ako dikito video ranni icho do va draw reason la kito va bagani but for the meantime aringa reki di meeting eziga mu vote fe dengani o fe dengani kula meeting ezina la rediko meeting ezi dikire ringa banera key for development jodola anji inga tawne gadazi anji la school anji ni mepe ijujo social media ga ba image za pelikecha etoro adomuke ijura ke dake ata de ringa azga ko woba nyako ndi do mo me bribe kas nyako nominate robo nomination inga in case dimupa tokurga you know those kind of things people mix a lot of illegalities ijo zi chopro yepiko ba yota ga kula kibagi kijo ale do sijola community amare pe bani terego ya maracha ya AYIVU ya afaya kakwa ya aringa ya emi town negara intention ambogo imisemdo dare socio economic transformation emi life oja ngoni mezi nga ngoni mi besero su ngoni concentrate on that ijo politics di demu bo leader mka demura you support that leader life goes on imi miximiko and the leadership madu do lagare micho masa is in there It is okay. But you will test me the time you approach me. Bama pepper they are mature people, elders in Gabani. Ijo nepchalo pekeman. Advocate engineer ke busulako. So my chodos ijo zi dika mazo si yela ijo la doso je ndeli madri gala rako. Adijo zi my de illy elder badri gala. I must consult the elders. Tama joreni ama dura sector to sichi anji school lapra degree turukichi master turukichi PhD turukurachi. It just the door beyond my in terms of maybe if you have intellectual inadequacy. Maybe school chakulani and ngoni ani. Madova by chop ijo I papi language in basara to make mitra. Barking about community garachi. So ale do lola by jo the everybody you attack me a wrong button. Button in melody ga button is wrong la. Wale lole mini ijo disi almost exactly ijo almost exactly my expected town is up there mature people in this cosmopolitan city adijo then like a la. That's it up here you have created a difference aguda a creative difference by jo nature ban by jo net kurbe ojato do by jo net kurkega because they enjoy in that ijo they are concord gara camera kedati udemi play also ijo enjoy me what did you plan to achieve chikata judula mukuru imita edo lekwaru kwa ini sindicho gore tato do wa fair anza kama do wa sijo anza no to bambara arenda lakini bava amari kwa da concord gara cameras are there you are just a liar jo minjadi donjo omi confuse ringa kiko ni confuse community zinto la kiko nyoso ba kiko nyakwo di mo ade ba de iju idanga onje kanarkis wo mutova aga baga bo iju idanga alarkis me do si jozi seringa ke chido AYIVU obeko me jozi mari ke chido ringa beko nubi ke chido ringa beko luru ke chido ringa beko va terego wala marcha ke chido ringa belako because ba de ke wale tu sini su barki bise mu vote community ringa di ma ko leta whether mati wala ma da barki mu vote it is their right our fault.
Yes, our viewers, we have been covering a press conference here with Mr. Ezama MIZAMIL, who is the chairperson for Arua Aringa Community Association, and he has been addressing the press about some misinformation, some allegation that has been going on WhatsApp, on different social media groups, whereby they allege that Mr. Ezama together with the Arua City Mayor, Honorable Wadisam Nyakua, and the former Minister for Gender, Honorable Bako Kozo Bakoro, they paid Mr. Zamaham, who is the chairperson for the Association of Arua Aringa Community, they paid him 12 million shillings in order to mobilize the Aringa community to rally behind the mayor and his factions. As you are aware, there has been some fights in Arua City here regarding the issues of Arua City. Some factions under the Save AYIVU initiative have been advocating for creation of AYIVU district. They are actually opposing the idea of Arua City swallowing the whole of AYIVU. So they have been moving up and down, and they have been having misunderstanding with the Arua City leaders, with the AYIVU division leaders, that they need AYIVU to have a district of its own, and therefore Arua City should just be uh, the former municipality actually should have to be the should have to be the area that covers what? The city. So recently, some of the factions went to, both factions actually went to another party secretariat. Some were demanding for the AYIVU division. Meanwhile, the other faction were demanding for creation of more division in the AYIVU division. Like a few days ago, when we had a press conference with the mayor for AYIVU division, Honorable Marlon Avutier, they categorically said that they need 3 more divisions to make it into 4, so that AYIVU itself will have more divisions in order to employ more people. Meanwhile, the other faction has been saying they need what? They need a district, so that AYIVU people will go and start doing their things under that faction of the district. And then when you go by the policy, for a city to have a status, it needs around an area land coverage of 180 kilometers square. And if you take the both Arua Central, right now Arua Central and the AYIVU division, they have an area land coverage of 404 kilometers square. So if you subtract Arua Central has an area land size of around 100 square kilometers, and then the AYIVU itself has around 300 plus. So if you subtract that 300 plus from the 404, it leaves Central Division with actually no city status, because the policy says it has to be 180 kilometers square land. And these ones are saying no, they need AYIVU to come out and be a district of its own. So we are following this misunderstanding, this discussion, and at the end of the day, we shall be feeding you with the developments regarding these issues. And as you can see here in the background, this is actually the city, the area, the land which is causing fight between those factions of both Save AYIVU initiative and also those ones who are demanding for AYIVU district. You can see here, here in the background, as my cameraman is showing for you, this is Arua City. We are right now at the heart of Arua City. So we thank you so much for watching the press conference. We'll catch up later. Thank you.